The first drill we're going to showcase a little today is it's a backstroke catch-up drill. And basically what I'm going to have the athletes do is they're going to put on fins, and it's kind of like a right arm only, left arm only drill with a pause and rotation in the middle. So they'll end up taking a stroke with one arm, rotate all the way through, then rotate back to the other side, bring the hand up and rotate back, and then rotate through again. And then they'll kind of keep that motion going. The idea here is that we're trying to kind of make sure that the hand and the core and the rotation all connect at the same time, so that they're not kind of getting their hand ahead of themselves. A lot of athletes tend to have a tendency to, I think, take their pull and not really connect it to the rest of their body. So they're kind of pausing and taking their time in the middle to make sure that it all comes through together, then almost resetting all the way around, bringing this back, and then kind of putting it all through at the same time. It kind of takes a lot of focus and a lot of time. You really have to go slowly. You can do this with or without fins. We're going to go with fins just because, again, it's a little easier to get the rotation right. When you take the fins away, it's actually really, really difficult drill. You have to keep your kick going really hard because you're not really getting too much. I mean, you're getting a lot out of that pull, but there's so much downtime in between the next pull that you really have to keep your core engaged and you really have to keep the kick firing hard. Ready, go. Very nice, Isabel. Could you tell how you got a little ahead of yourself? It's like once you put your hand in, you've got such a tendency to drop so quick. You know, and when we end up swimming, I mean, you're going to end up throwing pretty quick anyways, you know, but we're just slowing this down now and kind of just trying to get that so connected, so that once we get going, because I have seen sometimes you do have a tendency to get ahead of yourself a little bit, especially when you get really fatigued, you know? So just take your time, you know, and if you have to pause and kick for a while on your side, you know, in order to make sure you get that timing right, you got those fins, so that's really not a concern. And if you only end up, I'd rather see you do this one time through really well than try and go like 6 times through and get off track. Rotation's a little late there. That's better. Boom. Good, very good, Isabel. Very good, nice. Good. Hey, that was way better. Could you tell the difference there? That was really, really good. I thought some of the last two still were just a little bit off as far as timing, you know, but that was way better, and that was way more patient. Ready? Up. Nice job, Isabel. Isabel, could you tell how, as you went, your hips started getting a little lower, lower, lower? Right, you need to do that, and you need to keep that kick firing so that you can keep that body position high. That looked very nice. Ah. Did you find that when you started having to kick and engage a lot harder here, that it was harder to focus on the pull? Yeah, that's what it looked like. It looked like you were so trying to like just hold tight here that your mind just went right into boom, boom, you know? So I think, you know, more fins when you're doing technique thing for you is not a bad thing.